everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in today. I want to welcome all of my new subscribers or those who are new to tuning in. Welcome. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and don't forget to thumbs up this video on your way out. But I am coming in with a very quick review. This is a new Love Notions release. It released on Tuesday, August 6th, and it will go on sale until the following Monday. However, for those who do not know, I am a brand ambassador for Love Notions Patterns, which means you can get an additional 10% off of the sale pattern. And you can still use that code for other patterns maybe that aren't on sale, but you can still get an additional 10% off. Use my code SND3. It is on the screen, and I'll have a link to the pattern and everything down in the description box. So you guys, this is a really easy pattern, but I do absolutely love the versatility. My intentions was to test this pattern, be part of the testing team when I saw it coming down the pipeline, but I just got my wires crossed, didn't have enough time, and so, but I knew I wanted to make it up in time for the release. So here we are. Yes, I love it. You see it's in my favorite color, purple. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is the Timbre Peasant top and dress. So as you can tell by the pattern, and I will drop the line drawing here, there are 6 different versions that you can do, 3 different top versions and 3 different dress versions. And so the sizing does go up to a 5X. Love Notions is a size inclusive company, and they always have a full bust option, which is what I use. I'll go over my sizing and everything in a minute. You do have the option of doing knee length dress with a placket option and a drawstring. I do know from testing that the drawstring was added later, and I was very tempted to do that, but I had this in my mind when before that last piece was added on for the pattern, so I decided to stick with my first mind. You have the shirt with the placket or skirted options. You do have different sleeve options. You have the puff, the flutter, short, and bishop. I decided for this, it's just envision what I wanted, so I wanted to do the puff sleeve, and this is meant for woven fabrics. Now if we go ahead and get into the size chart, so it goes up to a high bust of 55, and it goes up to a full bust of 57.5 inches, and it goes up to a waist of 49.5 inches, and goes up to a hip of 59.5 inches, and a bicep of 18.12. Yeah, 18.212 inches. So the size that I cut out, I am a full bust of 45, but my high bust is much more narrow. It's around 39, 37, like 38, 39 usually. And so for me, a high bust puts me at an extra large. And for when I do patterns, whether it's commercial or indie, I always have to take into account that I am much more narrow at the shoulders, and so definitely want things to be able to hit and sit on me properly. This here is a Butterick. It wasn't McCall's, it's a Butterick. I'll pop it up. That's what I'm wearing right now. But even for something like this, I need to make sure that it's coming in, that it's not going to fall off my shoulders, because I'm more narrow in the shoulders. And so I went with an extra large at the shoulder, and from the shoulder down I graded out to a 2XL, and I wanted it to be more flowy, because and I knew with the ease and everything built in that it was definitely going to be how it fits, and you'll see the video and pictures here in a moment. But I absolutely love how it fits. This is a very easy pattern to make. It's only 4 pattern pieces. You have the front, the back, and then you have the if you decide to do it's 3, but it depends on the version, the view that you do. The view that I did, because I did decide to do the placket front, and I decided not to do buttons, and I went back and forth, because no problem with doing buttons or anything, but I figure how I would accessorize this and wear this, I think I would love it with that pop of more utility hardware. So I use the nickel utility snaps on the front. Love how that turned out. But again, the sleeves, you have the sleeves, the front and the back, right? It's very simple, very simple. Now like I said, what was added later was the elastic size waist, which I really like as well. But yeah, I wanted something more flowy, and probably, you guys, it's hot. It is hot here in Texas. And so anyway, I wanted something that definitely wasn't around my waist or anything like that for this particular look. So time it took for me to sew this up, only a couple hours. It was not long at all. This is, as you all know, if you've ever sewn Love Notions patterns before, you know the instructions, and I can concur, are very, very good, straight to the point, nothing overly complicated about it at all. And so it worked. Now, a couple things besides me using snaps for the front, I used what I could. Yeah, you can see my bias tape here. I didn't have enough of this what is this? This was the softer binding that I have. What is that? Like silk finish, satin. And so I use that around the neckline. But for the hem, I just used binding that pretty much matches the color of the fabric. This fabric was actually sent to me. If you saw, I did a haul video, Sara on, what is her handle? Sara, forgive me. I'll put it up on the screen. She had sent me, she had used up the fabric. She had a ton of it. So she pretty much made everything she wanted to make, what she had. And so I reached out to her and said, I'll take the rest. And so yeah, she sent me the rest, and I still have a ton left over. I have, and I'm thinking what I will end up doing is making some kind of tank. I'm thinking some kind of like one of the bias cut dresses. I think I have enough. I may, because bias cut is being cut on the bias, so I might not have enough. We'll see. But I do see a tank in this. I could go back to the Muna and Broad, is it called the Luna Bar? I could go back to that for this. But anyway, sidebar. So that's as much fabric as I have left, which is still a nice amount of fabric. So I absolutely love how this has turned out. One of the things I do suggest when you are doing elastic around like your neckline, and I'll pop up a video here, what I did was, once I had like the front and back and everything together, it wasn't sewn on the sides just yet, I went ahead and put it around me to see how much I wanted to take in the elastic, how much I wanted to gather in around the neckline. And so once I figured that out, and because this is such an easy construction, there's nothing hard about it at all. Once I figured out how much I wanted it to, you know, gather in around the neckline, then I went from there and just sewed it in. And I thought this little pop of color and whatnot was cute. It's a little different, you know, a different shade slightly, but that's what I wanted. And then the sleeves, I just measured around my arm about how tight I wanted it. I think I have it just a smidge, maybe a ½ an inch tighter than I normally would. And I think I had, when I crossed it over more, you know, when you close the elastic, I crossed it over a little bit more than I intended. So, but that's okay. That is totally fine. And what I also love about this nice free-flowing look is I can totally wear this open. I can and wear a tank or something, shorts. I can style this. I just see this being styled in so many different ways. When it was coming out for test, I was like, this is what I saw, and I was like, but then I can wear it so many other different ways. Because initially I was tempted to put ties on the sides so I can bring it, cinch it in from the back, but I was like, no, I think I'll just leave it. I'm just gonna leave it just like this because I have different styling options in mind. Like I said, I can play with accessories. I can, and I like how it's styled. You'll see the video and pictures. I like how I styled it and everything for this particular day, but I absolutely love it. Love how this turned out. Again, not a hard sew at all, and it does call, like I said, it calls for 2 yards of elastic. Don't cut. If you have continuous elastic, do not cut 2 yards. I would think that's a waste. If you have like multiple yards of elastic, just run it through first, and then, like I said, try it on around you, see how tight you want it, then cut, so you don't have just random 2 yard cut of elastic and you don't even use all of it. Because I can't, actually, I don't know how much elastic I used to go around. I didn't even measure that, but it was surely not 2 yards that the pattern calls for. So don't cut out 2 yards. Just have it available, run it through, because you're using it around your neckline and around the arm. However, I did use 1/2 inch elastic here, and I used 3/8 inch elastic around the neckline. I did do that. Other than that, I mean, it's really, it's so simple. Whether you're doing the top, whether you're doing the dress, it's really easy to do. And at the end, it shows you how adding the optional waistline casing, how to do that. So yeah, that is it. This is the new release by Love Notions, on sale now until Monday, after you see this video. And yeah, grab it for an additional 10% off. Use my code SND3. Like I said, super easy. So 2 hours probably tops to get it done. And this is the dress, so obviously if you do the top, it probably won't take you as long, but yes, absolutely love it. I can see doing the bishop sleeve version as well, and maybe something, maybe like a rayon viscose. Ooh, rayon twill. Ooh, a rayon twill would be really nice. That will be really nice because it's just a little bit heavier, but not too heavy. It will be perfect. That's the perfect weight for me for in Texas once it gets in November, December. And so although I can still wear this in November, December as well, to be fair, but anyway, all right, everybody, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments section down below. But again, the link to the pattern and everything, get an additional 10% off, SND3, everything will be linked in the description box below. Let me know what you think. I thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. You all have a blessed rest of your week, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye.